everything that they've got. They know what's at stake, a place in the final of the competition. And I've heard people talking about that old cliche, who wants it more? Well, we're about to find out.
And would it be fair to say, Roshan, at the end of that match, neither side could probably say we were better than you or we had the edge? Do you think it was a fair reflection that day?
Yeah.
Team who many feel have punched above their weight. And same now with Indonesia as we look at the lineups from suspension. They are still maintaining that 5-4-1 that they played in the first leg, perhaps to the surprise of many. And it is interesting to see that Irfan of the 90, then extra time, we will go to penalties. Singapore make more changes than into Singapore. They too are going to go with a 5 at the back, 5-4-1, slight tweak middle of that defense, a tweak that they had in the second half of the game against Indonesia would seem to be. Iksan Fandi, we'll talk about him in a short while as the two captains, Asnawi and Haris Harun. Just having the toss, deciding which ends. Talking of ends, we could well have penalties at the end of
field to play alongside Rahmadi Rianto and Ricky Kambuaya. So there's flexibility in that lineup, and it's the same with Singapore as well. A bit more surprised with the changes that they've made, but I think they've perhaps had a few fitness issues. The game's, you know, coming thick and fast in the knockout stages.
Well, almost immediately, doesn't it, with Faris Rumley in particular. That was perhaps telegraphed. It's come straight back at Singapore here. A real problem. It's a straightforward goal. And it's Ezra Walian. Indonesia take advantage there.
They deserve this, Indonesia, for the start that they've had in this game. They've been aggressive with the press, with the starting position. They've not given these Singaporean players and then finds the pass for a simple finish into Ezra Walian.
Well, we're just talking about perhaps a lack of goals up top for Indonesia. Ezra Walian has scored here. That's his second of the tournament. Boy, how valuable could that be? And once again, Indonesia
Highlighted to the referee as a clear and obvious error. Yeah. I think you've missed this. Depending on what the referee describes, of course, but I think he would have said, no, I didn't see the first contact with the Singapore attacker. Then you look at him and say, go review it on the screen. Listen, I don't know why we're talking about VAR. We don't have it, so it's pointless, isn't it?
Well, it's 2 clear penalties in this semi-final over both legs. Just a 1 minute at a time here. Ramai did pretty well there, I have to say. Singapore will get a free kick. Last chance here in the first half to try and draw level.
Yeah, they're both pushing and shoving there. You can see Rizky and Safwan. Rizky wants to make absolutely sure they've gone man-to-man there in those situations that he's not going to allow Safwan to get away from him. Decided that he's going to have a word with both players.
Well, he will be key here. Safwan.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. He's saying, look, I've peeled away. I'm running off into the box, and he's still tugging my jersey. He's making sure he's putting this. Have a look at that again. And Bolton. Oh,
well, that's his second yellow. That's his second yellow. That's a huge moment here in this game. But it wasn't. He was yanked away, wasn't he? Safwan burrowed in. They've got to keep their cool, but Singapore are in real trouble now. And he's given a red card after that second yellow. But if you look back at that, he was being yanked.
No, the referee's, I think he's completely lost control of this.
And so is Safwan. He's got to walk away now. He's got to walk away. It's done.
And I was keeping an eye on this, and he's been,
it happened behind him, right?
He's talking to them. Yeah, again, it happens right in front of the referee. Referee saying to Safwan to calm it down. Rizky's hanging on to him. He went to have a word with the two of them. So it's after this. So he's already had a word with both those players, and it's happened straight away after that when the referee's had his back turned. Listen, I don't even know if the referee saw clearly what had happened between Safwan and Rizky.
It happened after.
So they need to move this on. We've seen this. The referee have a word with Safwan and Rizky, and it happens straight after that. We're going to try and get the replay if we can of the incident.
He's absolutely furious.
I think he's got a right to be, Safwan.
I think he's right. Yeah.
I feel for him.
Singapore in trouble, but they can change it all. Yeah! Oh, they do so! So William has got the goal, and I tell you what, the reaction of the Singapore bench as well. They've gone right up to the fourth official. They're fired up here. Singapore, on the cusp of half-time, have changed the complexion of this game, but they are down. A man down. I'm so sorry.
How about that for a moment to
myself? We're all getting into it, but tempers are flaring. Massive talking points, Roshan, as we go into the break here.
Yeah, so much passion. The Indonesian players, the ones that are on the pitch, have gone back into a huddle, which they have usually done in this competition. The Singapore bench and the Indonesian bench going face to face. Natsuma's gone across to just try and settle things down. He's gone across to Shin Tae-yong, and he's saying there was a bit of disrespect from the bench towards him, he felt.
Singapore took a long time to get going, but right at the very end of this first half, 4 minutes.
For the Singapore defence.
They've got the tallest defender coming on. Their star player who's playing in Europe, and the player who's been arguably the man of the tournament so far, Irfan Jaya. Risky, replaced by Elkan, who doesn't seem to start for his country, but comes on in the second half. Well, you get rid of Ramai, and then you bring on Irfan Jaya.
Ricky Kambuaya being replaced by Egi. I mean, you saw from Singapore bringing on their three best attackers. We've seen Indonesia bring on two attackers of wonderful quality and a centre-back who's a massive threat and who plays at Ipswich.
Yeah, plays at Ipswich under 23, Elkan Baggett. Had an interesting tournament thus far. Came to the tournament a little bit late, played a game, got quarantined, came back in, scored a goal. Egi Maulana was their big hit, of course, plays for Seneca. Oh, the referee deems that to be a foul. Are they going to say it's last man here? He's given a card, last man. It's another red. Irfan has to go. Well, that now is absolutely massive for Indonesia.
I mean, this is such a clever ball from Sagara, and the moment he played it behind, he played Irfan Jaya in behind, you knew they were in trouble, because it's highly unlikely Irfan was going to catch up to Irfan Jaya, and I think the referees had judged this to be a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. He's headed through on goal. There's no covering defender in there. It's a central position. An arm has come across. And listen, I know if you're a Singaporean fan watching this, the emotions around it, you'll say, that's a thing back to the training ground days when you have attack against defense, but it's Singapore.
Here's Faris Romney, bearing down the goal. He's got 2 against 1 there. Needs to be a better pass from him. Still Faris. And they'll be delighted to have that free kick. Listen to that crowd.
One. He had Iksan and Shawal attacking the far post.
Shadan Sulaiman here with the free kick for Singapore. Shadan Sulaiman! Oh, what a brilliant free kick! Singapore are in front! 9-man Singapore have taken the lead here.
Can you believe this? What a goal, Shadan!
And the crowd are laughing. Wait for it. And there you go. Indonesia cannot believe this. And now, Roshan, what happens? What happens here? Indonesia will give it everything. Singapore have got to defend this.
You're in a semi-final, second leg, opposition down to 9 men. You can't say, you don't have an excuse. There's still, having said that, there's still plenty of time for them to get back into this game.
Absolutely. 1 goal would be enough to, of course, take it into extra time. And there's a chance here. The save has been made. Oh, it's made its way through. Indonesia have got the equaliser. And it's Pratama Arhan who has changed the game once again.
Oh, massive goal for Indonesia. And there you go. There you go. They're back in.
Faris, ball forward here. Shawal, has he been brought down? The referee says it's a penalty. He's pointed at the penalty spot. has been adjudged to have been brought down. They're looking absolutely lost here. Pratama has it gone from 0 to 0. Well, well, well. You cannot take your eyes off this game.
Well, a simple ball played over the top and it's that pace. Oh, he's gotten a toe of the ball on the ball, Pratama Arhan, you know. Has he given a penalty for a high foot? Because it looks like he's made contact with the ball. Wow. I mean, Singapore, it's not this angle. It looks bad from this angle, but the previous two, he's gotten his toe on the ball, Pratama. Now you could argue it's a high foot. Maybe that's what the referee's given it for, but
he's up against it here against Nadio Agribenata. Oh, he saved it! Nadio! Asnawi has a go, and Faris Ramli. Tempers are fraying. That's a brilliant save from the Indonesian goalkeeper.
What a save! That's excellent from Nadio. He's patient, he waits. And he reads the penalty and makes a huge save for Indonesia.
So they ended up making just the 4 changes, as did Indonesia. And there's half an hour more here to go. 3-3 on aggregate this match. Witan Sulaiman. Asnawi. Look at the space there for Egy Maulana. Still Egy. Oh, an important touch on, but it's gone in. Was that Irfan or no goal? It doesn't matter. Indonesia have taken the lead right at the start of extra time.
Oh, delight for Indonesia and their fans. They didn't need the half an hour to be patient and get the goal. They've got it now right at the start of it.
And Evan Dimas, the captain, will come on for Rahmat Irianto. This is a change that they've made a fair bit in this tournament. Still clutching his shoulder. He normally comes on, of course, much earlier in the piece. Evan Dimas, who's arguably one of their biggest stars, domestic-based. Similar area from where Shahdan Sulaiman scored. That's Egy Maulana.
They're going to have to make sure they check it out properly first, follow all the concussion protocols.
I saw him say 2 and 3.
All that experience and that quality.
We did see the problem there! And they've got their 4th. Egy Maulana, surely now. They've got themselves into the final. A little bit of a mishap at the back, perhaps, for Singapore. Bit of a short pass. Got away with that one. Haris Harun. It's about the furthest we've seen him up the pitch. He's been caught out here. It's 4 against 2. Well, that could well be another red card. He knows what's coming next, doesn't he? 3 red cards for Singapore tonight. So who is going to go in goal? It's just...
David, Amirul was trying to play them offside there, but Nazrul kept going with his run. Played a couple of Indonesian players onside. And yeah, Irfan. Once he gets past Hassan, he knows what's coming. 3 red cards.
Wow, been a while. Well, they're taking off their star striker and putting him in goal. do remember once a star striker doing that in the Premier League. It didn't work out so well for him. But he gets
a real legend of the game in this part of the world, Hassan Sani, and he's shown exactly why with his performance here, not just tonight, but throughout this competition.
Well, it's just rather odd way to end things. But here, can Iksan try to claim a clean sheet for himself. Kanigago, and it's a great save by Iksan Funley, who smashes that forward. No one really going to get to that. He smashes it right out.
What a roar as well from the fans.
It's kind of got the fans going again.
It has. Brilliant. Wonderful atmosphere. Listen, this game is going into the AFF Suzuki Cup Classic match ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Evan Dimas, Indonesia, looking for one more perhaps. Shadan. And we have just witnessed one of the classic AFF Suzuki Cup matches. In the history of this competition, I don't think we've seen much more drama than this. Tears for Singapore. They're on their knees, they're on the ground. There's dejection all around, but Russian, they should hold their heads up high tonight because they were within whisker of creating one of the biggest upsets in this competition's history to see. They've come over to commiserate with Faris Ramli. Take a breath wherever you are watching this around the